I have two pairs of reading glasses. One pair is for reading fiction, the other for non-fiction. I've read the Bible twice wearing each pair, and it's the same. I like to talk about lint and coasters, the expansion of the universe, and maybe McDonald's. I'm completely turned off by the idea of politics. I liked school, but I used to dread those moments when the teacher would call me up to give an oral report. I forced myself to deal with it and not dwell on the class in front of me, to keep a straight face, give the report and concentrate on getting it right. That's normally how I perform. That's how I am. I never even thought of myself as deadpan until someone wrote an article about me about a year after I was doing comedy. There was a paper called the Boston Phoenix, and someone wrote a description of what I was doing, and that's where I first saw deadpan. I paint, I draw and paint. I've been doing that since I was in 3rd grade, drawing realistically and then changing to abstract art. That was my first creative thing before guitar or comedy. I play the harmonica. The only way I can play is if I get my car going really fast, and stick it out the window. I kept a diary right after I was born. Day 1, tired from the move. Day 2, everyone thinks I'm an idiot. I laugh all the time, at things, people, stuff, whatever. But, I don't laugh on stage because then it's serious business. I was born. When I was 23, I started telling jokes. Then I started going on television and doing films. That's still what I am doing. The end. I wear a hat on stage so that people won't be blinded by the reflection from my head. Also, if I don't wear a hat, there's no way that the hat can be at that level by itself on the stage. I went to the bank and asked to borrow a cup of money. They said, "What for?" I said, "I'm going to buy some sugar." If it's a penny for your thoughts and you put in your 2 cents worth, then someone, somewhere is making a penny. In a lot of ways, success is much harder than I thought it would be. I figured that you'd get here and then everything would be happily ever after. But, it's hard work, almost harder once you're successful because you've got to maintain it. In Vegas, I got into a long argument with the man at the roulette wheel over what I considered to be an odd number. It's very intense to be in front of a live audience. It's just an amazing experience. It's dangerous. Everything out there is heightened. The bad stuff is extra worse. The silences are extra silent. The good stuff is amazing. It's electric when you walk out there. For 90 minutes, you're on this other planet. I've been thinking of humorous things since I can't remember when. All the way through elementary school, all the way through junior high, all the way through high school, through college and after college, I was thinking of the same kinds of things that I say in front of an audience now. Like other kids wanted to become firemen or astronauts, I wanted to make people laugh. My doctor told me I shouldn't work out until I'm in better shape. I told him, "All right, don't send me a bill until I pay you. My favorite book is anything by Kurt Vonnegut. He's my literary hero. I got to meet him several times, which was a great thrill for me. I don't really remember what we talked about. My mother is from another time. The funniest person to her is Lucille Ball. That's what she loves. A lot of times she tells me she doesn't know what I'm talking about. I know if I wasn't her son and she was flipping through the TV and saw me, she would just keep going. A clear conscience is usually the sign of a bad memory. A lot of people are afraid of heights. Not me, I'm afraid of widths. At one point he decided enough was enough. Comedians are sociologists. We're pointing out stuff that the general public doesn't even stop to think about, looking at life in slow motion and questioning everything we see. Doing stand-up is like running across a frozen pond with the ice breaking behind you. I love it because it's dangerous. Don't you hate when your hand falls asleep and you know it will be up all night? Ever notice how irons have a setting for permanent press? I don't get it. Everywhere is within walking distance if you have the time. Experience is something you don't get until just after you need it. George is a radio announcer, and when he walks under a bridge, you can't hear him talk. Good jokes are gems. A good idea is hard to come by. I couldn't give them to someone else, even for money. It just wouldn't seem right. I don't get up, get dressed, go out, and think, okay, I gotta find 8 jokes. I don't like politicians, and I don't like politics. I definitely don't want to be associated with any of them. I feel very lucky to make a living from my imagination. I'm very grateful for that. I like that what I do is create. I'm feeling very lucky to have had the career I had. It's gone much longer and bigger than I ever thought it would be. I got this powdered water, now I don't know what to add. I had a friend who was a clown. When he died, all his friends went to the funeral in one car. I had some eyeglasses. I was walking down the street when suddenly the prescription ran out. I have all the emotions that everyone has, it just appears that I don't. I have an existential map. It has, "You are here," written all over it.